welcome to today's daily roundup from Orca Watch 2022. I'm Hannah.
And I'm George.
And we're here in sunny but windy John O'Groats. The weather's lovely here, and look at that. That was from the ferry this morning when we actually got out and looked back at the inn at John O'Groats, which is where we're based. So we hope you've also been out and about. Tonight, we're going to concentrate on the latest sightings, with interviews with some friends from Orkney and Shetland.
So let's look at the latest sightings today. Yesterday we left you with a possible sighting of an orca travelling from the Skerries towards Berwick, but unfortunately it turned out to be a false alarm. But we're hoping for far more orca sightings this week as the week goes on. So let's have a look at the mainland sightings of today. These locations marked on the map show you where we've seen cetaceans today. We've got Duncansby Head and Duncansby Stacks, and then to the south we've got Goldsby, and to the west we've got Port Skera. Today we had a real festival of harbour porpoise. As you can see, there were three separate sightings, 3 separate locations, and there were 8 sightings in total and 13 animals at Duncansby Head, Duncansby Stacks and Goldsby. We once again had a minke whale seen from Duncansby Head. That was mid-morning time, and also Risso's dolphins at Port Skera. Claire Boardman, our regional coordinator for Sea Watch Foundation, and Paul Castle of Highland High Life Ranger were on a guided walk with the group, and they were lucky enough to see these Rissos, and they were milling around, and it was a really good sight for them that day.
But again, it's Orkney that struck lucky with orca. Just after 10, we received news of 2 bull orcas off Ness Point near Stromness, heading north. They were then spotted from Yesnaby and Berwick around 2:10. Sea Watch volunteer Christina Worth has been joining in watches with Emma and her team from Omri on Orkney. Earlier today, Neil caught up with Christina, who was at Marwick Head, hoping to see the orca pass there.
My pleasure to join you. So this morning we were about to go for a cold water swim, and we had a shout saying that there were 2 bull orcas seen in Ness Sounds off Stromness, Orkney. So we all bundled into our cars and drove over and did a little bit of a hunt trying to find them. Eventually we found them. We all went back to the battery at Ness Point, and we were lucky enough to have them in probably 50 metres away at one point from shore. And then they headed back up past Hoy. And then since then we have followed them along the northwest coastal path. And so we've just driven to Marwick Head. We saw them come through Yesnaby, quite far out, probably 300 or 500 metres to a kilometre. That's a bit further apart, but yeah, about a kilometre out, I would say. And yes, managed to get some photos, and we are just hoping they're going to come across now in front of us. So we've just got to Marwick Head to watch them.
So you think you've basically travelled north to try and get ahead of them in the hope that they're going to do another flyby, yeah?
Yes, they were last seen coming from Yesnaby, headed north, and headed towards Marwick Head direction. So as the orcas the other day did the same pattern, and as a lot of them have always done this, we're taking the gamble and hoping they will come past soon.
Well, fantastic. Well, you're having a great week on Orkney, so hopefully you'll see him again, and we'll catch up with you if you do later in the day.
Yes.
So thanks very much for joining us, and have a great afternoon.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a lovely day. Good luck, everyone, orca watching.
And that was earlier on today. We've since spoken to Christina, and she has told us that unfortunately the orca didn't turn up at Marwick, but she did manage to see 4 or 5 Risso's dolphins coming in, milling around, which was great. Okay, so we're going to visit Shetland next, and we're going to meet Karen Hall, the regional coordinator for Sea Watch Foundation, and also Robin Petch, the Sea Watch ambassador, who has conveniently arrived on a cruise ship today, and the two of them got together. And Neil interviewed them earlier, and the first question he asked was really how our week was going.
Yeah, well, it's a good start. We didn't have any fog, so that's always a brilliant start. We had the 65s. Very obligingly went through Lerwick Harbour, so lots of people saw them. And then they were around on Saturday morning heading north through Yale Sound. So that was a good start for orca sightings. And then since then we've had rissos, we've had minke whales and porpoise. Actually had a porpoise today as well.
Sounds fantastic. No, it sounds great. But it is indeed very windy, so apologies to people who are watching. Hopefully they can make out the gist of what you're saying. Robin, you haven't been able to join us for all of Orca Watch this year, so how come you've suddenly appeared on Shetland just at the right moment?
Yeah, it's just good timing. I'm working on Fred Olsen's Borealis cruise ship as the onboard naturalist. We've just on the way back from a Norway cruise, and we have a stay here in Lerwick for the day. So Karen and I arranged to meet up, and we're just off Musa Sound, hoping to see some animals coming through. Nothing yet though.
Well, clearly I've got the wrong job. I think is what I've determined from that. I gather that you're going to be back home by June the 26th, and you're going to host our Orca Watch live program then. So, thanks very much for coming back to do that.
I'm looking forward to that. Always looking forward to that.
So finally, lots of people are. So Karen, what's going on there? What's going on the rest of the week? Have you got any more events planned or group viewings or anything going on?
Yes, we've got a few more watches planned, mostly down the South Mainland to Shetland. And then on Sunday, we're tying in our Orca Watch event with the European Maritime Day down at Summer Head. And I'm just getting a call in, which may be Orca.
You've turned into a starfish.
Yep, I know, because I'm getting a call.
Okay, well, look, we can add a starfish to the list of sightings. I think that's probably the best thing to do. We will let you go and have a lovely afternoon. Thank you for joining us under such difficult conditions, but it's really nice to see you both. And it's really nice to connect with Shetland. And hopefully we'll see you both soon. Have a great afternoon.
Great to be here.
All right. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
So many thanks to Karen and Robin for taking the time to speak to us from what was, as you can see, a very windy Musa Sound. And as Neil said, Robin will be back on the 26th of June to host our final programme for Orca Watch Live. But that's it for tonight. The weather is staying absolutely lovely for the rest of the days. Obviously, it's Scotland, so it could change, but hopefully it's more of the same. And tomorrow evening, we'll be again visiting Shetland. So for now, it's goodbye from us. We're going to leave you with an image of last night's fabulous sunset in John O'Groats. See you tomorrow.
Bye.